You're watching the Bear Dice Club.
How is everyone this
Hello.
evening?
Good.
Not so bad.
It was a crazy day at work.
Not so bad yourself?
Not so bad. Yourself?
I always forget how that exchange goes. How are you now? Not so bad yourself?
Not so bad.
Leg disabled.
Oh, we're disabled.
Oh, we're speaking Canadian.
How did he get in and lock the door behind
Well, we're
him?
speaking fictional Canadian, I guess.
Don't know.
There are
don't
not
know how
many
to.
people that actually speak that
How
way
are you
around
now?
here.
Good, and you? Not so bad?
I don't know how to speak French. I think I'm
what
lost
game
on
are we
this one.
playing?
This is Feralwood.
Vaults.
Who?
This is
Wood
Feralwood.
Vaults. Band name.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. There's no woods.
There's no vault.
Vault of Glass. That's what we're doing.
Oh,
Oh,
sweet.
shit.
I'm
I'm gonna get the mythoclast.
I'm
not gonna
you.
run that for the 18th trillionth time. I'm done.
No.
I'm done with Destiny.
What are you afraid?
You can't make me.
Hey, first off, we have to do Pirate Raid again. That's mandatory.
Did you guys ever even?
I don't have $450 to catch up to you guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we did actually succeed in
Pirate
we succeeded. We successfully did Pirate Raid.
You
And
drunk
we
bastards.
started the Taken King.
Yeah, we got most of the way through that. Actually, we got to like
We got to Sisters, and then we were
Yeah.
too drunk.
way too drunk. I could not figure out the platforming at that point.
If anyone watching this is curious what a pirate raid is, if you know what it is, congratulations, points to you. But
yeah.
I have no idea what a
back in-
pirate is.
back
Oh, it
in
was
Destiny, there was a couple of
Assuming
different,
you
like,
drink a lot of rum.
six-player raids, and they would get drunk on rum, and you could only use the hand cannon, shotgun, or swords. I don't think swords.
Oh,
were in
and
Destiny
rockets.
1.
Swords and
Rockets.
rocket launchers.
Swords
yes.
and rocket
Rocket launchers, yeah. Rockets were the cannons. We
Rocket,
basically
yeah.
came up with the rules in honor of like there was this. We did the whole thing on my what birthday was it? Like the 28th
I
or
think
29th birthday.
You did the first pirate raid though in Destiny 1, which I don't believe swords.
It would
were
have been like the
present.
20 or 26th. Maybe.
No, swords were in Destiny 1. They had the class specific
Exotic
ones you could
swords, yeah.
get, the
And the
exotic
class
ones.
specifics, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't remember that. Anyway.
Yeah, because Dark Drinker was the way that you cheese whatever the robot boy's name is, because it hit
Yes,
all
sir.
6 of his legs at once.
Road
Yes,
boy.
sir. So yeah, we did D1 Vaulted
Rogue
Glass, and basically you were only allowed to use certain weapons that resembled other weapons that pirates would use, and you had to communicate all your callouts using pirate speak. And if you
Do it
didn't,
all
you
under
took
the
shots
Forward
of rum.
instead of left, right.
Yeah, it'd be starboard or port. You would say things like avast and R and whatever, you know what I mean? Like it's just
Mhm.
like it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We got very, very drunk because every
Yeah,
time
I'd
you
never done
didn't
a
use
raid
Every
before.
time, every
It
time
was-
you full party wiped, you would drink.
yeah, chug your drink.
Well, not like chug, but like
Yeah, we had to
drink
quit
is
No,
doing
like-
no, I
after
thought
we
it's
would
if you
have died.
so I thought it was if you fucked up the communication and you just used regular English, then you drank. If you died, then you drank. If it was a party wipe, you chug. If you were caught using a separate weapon, you chug. And then if there was another condition, I thought.
Oh yeah, because there was a certain point where like, all right, I'm just gonna finish my drink now, and I'm gonna use icebreaker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember that. There was another thing too. There was another thing that came out. I can't remember.
And TC and I were like, all right, TC, I'll do it if you do it. Let's finish our drink and let's use icebreaker for this damn Templar fight.
That was a lot of fun.
Speaking of what do you call it? Gear games, the shooter looters. I got bad news for you.
Shane wants to play a wizard with a gun.
Well,
Ah,
that's
I wanna play
okay.
that.
Apparently cross save is finally coming out.
Why is that bad news? That's good news.
Because I mean,
For
I'm gonna
what?
have to fucking download it again.
For what?
For
Oh my
Warframe.
god.
Oh,
I'm so
Bugs.
excited.
Well, immediately
There
lost
goes
me.
my life.
I'm lost. Goodbye. Sorry to anyone who ever knew me ever.
Here's the thing: is I think I'm so far behind. I feel like there's no chance I'm going to catch up. So I don't know how long
But
long
you
I'm
and
actually going to be in.
Shane,
I
you and
actually
I
have
should-
duplicates of most of the Prime Warframes. I can give you like sets if you want.
You and I, Shane, are at the same spot. So let's just suffer together.
Yeah, but I have
Fortnite
like
now
no
has-
progress
It'll
on
help
any
you
of like the
suffer.
open world areas and like all of my factions haven't been leveled up or anything. So
That's the other thing I'm lacking on is the factions. I got to level that shit up too. But I am most of the way through like that
I just can't.
sketchy dead zone.
So a good portion of people who are like, I have so much progress on PS4, but I want
Hey!
to PC, blah blah blah.
Hey!
I'm the one guy who's like, my computer struggles with Warframe recently. I want to play it on PS5.
A wild Nathan appears.
What?
Nathan.
There's the
Fortnite now has Minecraft, so you can now play Minecraft in
Wait,
Fortnite.
who's playing it on PS5? Sorry.
They got like the rights to Lego, and they just made a Minecraft mode with Lego.
some
Weird.
random dude on Reddit. It's like,
I heard
my
a song
computer
about
struggles
Lego today.
significantly
It was
with the
pretty
game. I
good.
want to play it on my PS5.
Oh, that's whack.
It's weird. It's
Yeah,
weird.
I
I
like
don't
that
know.
at all.
It's like the
And
one person I've found that wants to go the opposite direction. Most people are like, yeah, I started on PS4 when it was free, when the
Mhm.
PS4 launched. And now that I'm a gainfully employed 35-something person, I'm talking about myself. I want to
Yes.
play it on PC.
Yeah. I'll
That was-
probably pick it up for a little while. And it'll probably consume
Shit,
my life
what?
for a little
So,
bit.
are they
Years
doing
ago?
like account merging, or are they just doing like one file overwrites the other?
I think you can do like a one-time one file
You
merge.
select whichever of your account you want to be main, and then that's
Fuck.
what it is.
Fuck, that's not good. Okay. Shit.
I don't know that. That's me doing that by Braille. That's just what it feels like they're gonna do. I haven't read anything about it.
I would really like if they did account merging, where they just combined your gold and assets. Or platinum
yeah,
assets.
I'm a little
I think it's going to be a
concerned about the,
one-time
like,
account merge type thing.
7,000 platinum I have on my PS4 account.
Yeah,
And then
I know.
from then on, you can just cross save wherever.
Well, for you, you're just gonna pick your PS4 account. That's a no-brainer. But the progress on my my Warframe
Well, if
account
it
on
lets you
PC
link
is
them, then I
like
still have like 500 something on my PC account.
They'll probably do it like what
Right.
Rocket League did, is you'll just merge them all at once, and then you just can continue on from wherever
Yeah.
you were.
oh, that's kinda cool.
Yes. Oh man.
So you'll just, because that's what Rocket League did, because I was concerned about that with Rocket League, because I had like 8 trillion items. And
All I know is that Warframe is basically fucking Looney Tunes now, like with all the stuff that you can do, where you can put abilities on different frames and
Like I
all
had
sorts
more
of goofy
prime
shit.
frames on.
now they're coming out with
PS4,
that
but
new
I have
game
way
that's like a fantasy
more-
Warframe.
I had
What's
way
that?
more progress.
Soul
on-
Frame, I think it's called.
Speaking of progress,
Soul
where
frame?
are we at in this
I don't know, we're
Pathfinder
getting-
game? How much gold are you trying to steal from Sam?
What? Oh yeah, we're playing Pathfinder. God, who would do that? Bunch of nerds.
Who would steal gold from a player character? You know, who would steal potions from a player character?
What?
You guys stole all of Oku's potions.
Oh well, that's probably because we were almost dead.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's not really stealing,
just-
that's called
I'm
survival.
making a joke about how you guys like to go through my character's inventories when I'm not around and steal stuff. From them.
Well, you are the healer. It's kind of in the job
no,
description.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad.
And it's
I'm
like you
just making a joke.
stand like 3 football fields away. It's not like you're ever going to see combat. So
Well, if in 2E, if they would make casters actually worth the damn in combat, then
you wouldn't
Yeah.
stand closer because I've watched you play
Hey,
1E,
hey,
and you stand 4 football fields back.
Oku's done some pretty mad damage when you weren't there.
recently when when the DM finally rolls anything under an 18,
Yes. God, you and your fucking dice. rolls.
Justin, you're gonna have to start showing us those
Justin.
rolls because I at this point I think you're just telling us that we're failing.
I have big bonuses, and lots of dice rolls. So
Hey, Shane,
Any hoozles.
especially when it's
Yeah.
give you those,
Yeah.
Every character we fight is broken. That's the issue with that.
Last time you guys finished fighting some giants, just some big old giant fights,
And then we talked to some.
and then you did some traveling, and it was
good
really
boys.
hard and really shitty. You guys are not great at,
survival checks.
at survival and traveling places that aren't cities and stuff. And then you guys saw some dog people, and they were following you. So you went and talked to them, and they're like, we're not sure if we're gonna kill you yet. We're, just kind of seeing what you guys are doing. Oh, by the way, there's some giants following you. They seem real pissed. Because you guys didn't do a great job at covering your tracks in the snow. But, yeah, you talk to them, and they're like, hey, we'll let you pass through our territory, no problem. Just we need you to pay us something. We don't want gold because fuck, are we gonna spend it? But they were very interested in your bag of holding. They're like, hey, we could do some real good hunts with that. So they're like, man. Well, first they thought it was a magic sandwich bag. Turns out it's not that. It's not a bag of infinite
It's a
sandwiches.
magic sandwich bag, right? Because it's just a bag that just produces whatever is in it infinitely. Sandwich.
Because they're like, hey, we've heard of because there are things like water, like
Shane,
infinite water bottles and that sort of
Shane,
thing.
Oh yeah,
Can you imagine infinite sandwich bag? They would never have to
Decanter.
go hunting again.
of endless
I
water.
can't. I
Decanter of
can't.
endless water, yeah.
I can't think of the same anymore. On my back, I've got my boys, my bag of infinite sandwiches.
But yes,
That's the VOD.
also
name,
Mrohy
bag
has one
infinite
of those. Doesn't
sandwiches.
Mrohy have
There you
like
go.
a mug of
boys.
infinite beer or something?
No, but he can cast a spell that is just create alcohol. pretty much.
Oh, I think you were interested in that at one point where you're like, hey, you can buy a mug of
Can I-
infinite booze.
Can I cast water
Yeah.
to wine
No,
on your blood?
no, that's not water. That's blood.
There's
water
water
your
in blood.
Can he make
There's
water?
water
Can he make
molecules in your
wine
Yeah, there's
sickles?
water and wine too.
Can he make wine sickles? Can he cast it on ice?
Turn the water in wine into wine. Double wine.
You turn water into wine in
No,
wine,
but he can
and the
make
world
wine
explodes.
coolers.
It just becomes syrup, wine syrup.
It just turns into grape juice. Turns out
but yeah.
it's a double negative.
So yeah, you guys went all Sophie's choice on the whole thing, and you're like, "Fuck, I don't know what to do." And you
Double
said that you would discuss it in the private chat that I am not privy to.
Someone had a good thought.
But yeah, so where did you guys land on the whole thing? You had discussed maybe creating a new bag of holding for them.
Aaron found a cheaper alternative.
Minor bag of
I think-
holding.
Yeah, I think that's the one we want to do. It can still hold a lot.
It holds up to 50 pounds,
Yeah,
which,
which is
Aewen
exactly
big
what
undersold
Aewen
it.
said they would be. That it holds,
Yeah.
so it's not even false advertisement,
Ah.
and it always weighs
yeah,
3
I've never
pounds.
heard
So
of it before.
yeah,
So we just do that one.
Yeah. How long's that going to take you?
It'd be a day.
yeah,
Be a
it's-
day.
yeah. The cost is only
Yeah, I can
500 gold pieces.
We were giving them a
Yeah,
bag of holding. I
so-
think they can handle hanging out
Well,
with
it'd
us
be
for a little while.
45% of the whatever that would be.
Well, it's the price. So yeah, the price is 1,000, so it would be 4,500 total to make.
450.
Yeah, 450. Yeah,
I mean, if you want to pay 4,500 gold pieces,
I don't.
we're gonna make this bag,
I-
and then we're just
Oh.
gonna fill it with gold.
Holy
really
fuck!
don't.
No, thank you.
And there's
Good pass.
now, so 450. see.
Put 50 pounds of gold in it.
So 75 gold each, and I think some of I'm not sure if everyone can afford that.
Oh, easily.
I might be able to afford that. I think it's about all I have.
I can
Afford what?
I can cover Bernie's half of it.
I have
Oh, for fuck's
88.
sake. Aewen will just fucking pay for the whole damn thing.
Yeah, I'll cover Bernie's half.
Thanks, buddy.
I know Knox is broke as a joke.
I was gonna say Knox has no money. How did Knox end up so broke?
So
Because
me
he
as
bought a ring
player,
of
I know how
invisibility.
much- I know how
I
much
have
money-
82 gold worth of something. I can't remember what though, because I put it in my weighted inventory.
It was probably the fucking malachite gem that you stole off the building.
Oh, yeah.
Might have been.
Acolyte?
Yeah.
Matcha light.
So I have that as weighted inventory.
No, it's
but otherwise,
like,
I have 60 gold.
it's like a rock that looks like green tea. Matcha light.
What can I give them? The special
no,
stone?
it's just diet matcha.
Maybe
what
they'll
I'm trying
take
to
the
say
special
is
stone.
I, as a player, know how much Sem has. Sem has no idea how much money.
I don't think they'll care much about the stone.
She doesn't keep track of it. She just puts it in a bag and she's like, I got more of the shiny stuff. Cool.
Yeah, there seem to be a function over form type of crew.
Yes. Sam is going to be turned into a dragon eventually.
Right? Look, she just doesn't have a use for it.
You can find Sam. She's easy to track through the woods because you just have to follow the trail of gold. And then you find the leprechaun, which just happens to
you
be
just have to
Sam.
follow the trail of fucking caviar and
I saw two
monocles.
kind of. There's
It's
two
just
kind of
gold and
dragon
booze.
Concepts. There's one that collects plants, and then one that collects garbage, like they're hoarding plants.
Man, there sure is a lot of fish eggs in the middle of this woods.
There's a term in the Philippines for that. It's called plantita.
I'm not familiar
someone that
with
has
that.
way too many like house plants and stuff.
It means like a plant auntie, plantita.
Oh, plantita.
Yeah, you as a dragon. Yeah.
Plant auntie.
But yeah, we can afford it.
Then Faye comes on. She's like, "That's not a
Head
thing."
Back to the village, and I'll make it in the village for them.
Listen, so again, as a player, I know how much Sem has, and I also know as a player that I don't mind spending it. You just have to try to convince Sem that she has that much money.
Yeah, I don't know that anybody's been keeping track of how much Sam actually has.
No.
Aewen wouldn't possibly know.
I've never even looked.
And she just carries all of it on her all the time.
Holy shit.
Yeah, she keeps it in her bag of holding.
Sam's bloody jacked.
I have 60 gold. Aaron has
Like 25,000.
30,000 gold, essentially. Let's say.
I have 110.
Fuck, I thought I had enough at like 2,300. What the fuck?
Just
Sem has
How do you
bought-
have 23,000?
Sem
Did
has
you
bought
just look at the shiny gold and go hold
Wait,
like a
don't-
dragon?
So,
Why do you keep putting this on my back? I don't want
So
Flopsy
for
on the
those of
back.
us who, or for
Holy
any,
He can sit on my lap.
maybe
How about that?
watching this in the future, we've been playing this campaign for what, 5 years now?
Yeah, roughly.
been a
I
long
joined
time.
like,
Like that.
3 or 4 years ago.
One item. And she's gone in on some other group stuff, but she's bought one item for herself.
Sem was Sem carrying all that gold.
I probably have more money than Sem, though, in assets.
But Sam can cast fireball and everything, so it doesn't matter.
Sam bought her item on the first gem. So, yes, it's been a long time.
We got to think of this like Valorant boys. It's an eco round, but one of our boys can buy, so he's buying guns, you know? It's like...
That's fair. You can buy this one.
Again. as
Yeah,
a player,
so
I know
if you guys
how
are
much she has.
So, yeah, you guys discussed a little bit. Like,
I don't know.
at what point would
I would look
you
at
guys
her and
probably
be
would
like,
have come up to the gold thing? What would you guys have said as you were like talking about the gold?
I would have looked at Sem and gone, you understand that you have more
I don't
wealth.
think I don't think Mrohy knows how much she actually has.
Oh,
No one can see it.
yeah, that's good. Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, she just like takes it and throws it in her bag of holding, and then just like never keeps track
I feel
of
like
it.
It's all in
I
the
feel like at
Pathfinder
this point, Knox is just like, "Hey, Sam, we need X amount of gold," and Sam would be like,
Yeah.
"Okay," and with no understanding of what's going on.
It'd be like, what?
And I don't know how much she's got, but it seems infinite. So, like,
I'd probably be like, man, that's a lot of gold to just be like, okay, at Like, I have a lot of gold, but I don't have, like, a lot of gold, you know?
I know Knox actually still owes Sem some money.
Yeah.
Too.
You're gonna hold
I think I owe
that
you like
debt?
$1,000 or something.
Holy fuck,
the
Sam
ring.
is vicious.
I think it was for your ring.
Listen, remind me not to rent apartments from Sam. Because that would be disaster.
Sam would be the best person to rent an apartment from, because
flammable in it.
you just tell her that you already paid, and she'd be like, "Oh yeah, probably."
I mean,
So,
that's
Your pockets, man. He just pulls out a bunch of gold. Yeah, I guess.
yeah. Who do you think would have kept track of? Here's the thing: is I think there's a good argument to be made that Knox may actually know how much gold Sem has, because he's usually there when she buys stuff. I think Sem usually takes him to go buy things a lot of the times because he knows how to,
Wait, is Sem my sugar daddy?
No, but I think like most of the time when she's like buying booze or other things, like, she's taking you along and she's been like, "Hey, you know how this whole money thing works? Can you help me out?"
That is true. And then we just get drunk half the time. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Sem has no concept of modern economics.
Sem has no idea how to diversify her portfolio.
Sam, we probably
Just
are
lists
drinking
his
and
whole liquid assets.
we're sitting there drinking, and Sam literally just puts like a handful of gold in front of me, and I just pick out what we need for whatever set of drinks.
That's about right.
She just sticks her hand into her bag holding, and pulls out a handful and like throws it on the.
I don't know if I'm stealing gold from my friends. I think there's some like honor there,
Be like,
but
is this enough? Just plops a 25 karat diamond in front of the bartender for one like copper's worth of beer.
and I'm sitting there. No, not that one. The yellow ones. I told you. I've said so many times. The yellow ones.
The yellow ones.
So yeah, I think that's probably what happens is you guys get to talking about like needing gold, and Sam just starts pulling out like fistfuls. She's like, "Is this enough?" Like, that's a good amount, but that's not quite what we need. She
pulls out a small country's worth of gold.
Yeah, she just keeps like pulling out fistfuls. She's like, "How about this much? What about this?" And she just like keeps going in the bag and pulling out like fistfuls of coins.
Knox holding his bag out underneath her hands as they're falling.
Till you guys are like, "Yeah, okay, I think that'll do it." So yeah, if you want to take the 450 gold out of your thing,
Her power is
so
gold.
I think, yeah, as you offer to make them one of the bags, they told you that they have like some leather that they could help you craft a bag with and all that stuff. So, the materials for the bag of holding are not super in depth or anything. The only thing...
Sam owes, or Knox owes Sam 2,600 gold.
That sounds right. I think I wrote it somewhere too.
I have it in my ledger.
Let me see here. Do you know the spell Secret Chest?
No.
I do believe you need to be able to cast that to be able to...
No. The only thing
No?
that's actually required is the item.
Oh,
crate
it just
to
makes
see.
the check for it harder. That's right.
Yeah, they made it like way too easy to make items, in my opinion. But
I think for PF2E they kind of went a little bit too far in the other direction, but they've nerfed that. They've gone down on that a little bit, and now apparently, so this is kind of side talk, but anything that is common you don't actually need a formula for anymore. You can do all common items, and anything that is rare or uncommon now you need a formula for, which I think is good, because if I'm like, oh, person got a new weapon, I'd like to be able to craft arrows. Arrow is literally feathers, stick, pointy bit. It's not that hard. I don't know that I need the fucking schematics for an arrow, but you know. But yes. So yeah, you go back to them and let the adlets know that you are willing to trade. And they basically say to you, they're like, okay, well, when you've finished work on whatever it is you're doing, we'll consider the transaction completed. I would recommend getting to work as soon as possible. As we mentioned, you do have giants after you. As soon as the transaction has been completed, we would be more than happy to destroy your trail here, but no promises on whether they make it here before then or not.
All right. I get to work on the bag then. I don't know if the bungalow is up yet or not.
No, it's going to take you guys a little while to set up the bungalow.
Do they have
So
lodging? Or
Do they
this
have
is like
what?
a hunting part? This is like a hunting party, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do
Do they know? Can they give us some tips on how to travel through this shit?
You guys have watched them walking through the snow. They seem rather unaffected by it. Like, they have pretty wide paws that they walk on that seem to work as sort of like natural snowshoes, and they just kind of, walk unimpeded through the snow.
I'm going to study their walk. I'm going to learn how to
Unless
walk.
you can widen your feet out by a good, like,
I'm a big
50
boy.
to
I can get pretty
100%.
wide.
I think the only
Yeah.
person who can do that is Sam.
I mean, he could wear snowshoes. He could just
Also
become
Mrohy,
free.
but he also
Why isn't Sem
Gets
not just becoming a
lot
big
bigger.
witchery creature and then we all ride her like Appa?
I don't know that you're going to be able to fit like 5 people on a moose.
What
Can he get
about
big-
what
can he get
about
bigger
an
than
air
that?
bite? What about a sky bison?
I can't.
What about a sky bison?
huge sized
I
wolf.
can't be a huge. I don't think I can be huge.
Oh,
Hmm.
Give me a second. I might be able.
huge
like if
still
we
would
could
be.
set up the
Hang on.
if we can
difficult.
set up Aewen's tent
Oh,
on
I can.
top of
I
an
can wild shape
elephant.
huge.
Yeah, I mean,
Can you be a huge
could
wolf?
maybe-
Well, I mean,
We could fashion a sleigh.
That's up to the GM.
We could fashion a
Can I just
sleigh.
pick any animal and any size, and I could be like a huge bumblebee? That'd be fucking awesome.
I don't know if you'd want to be a bumblebee in this weather, though.
No, not in this
Daddy.
weather.
Can we get ready for bed together?
Oh, I gotta go brush my teeth and go to the
Okay.
bathroom. I'll be right back.
I don't know if you can just do huge versions of other animals.
Well, they have advancement rules, right? Based on how many hit die.
That should be better.
Maybe you can duct tape something together, but maybe that's the 3-5 thing. I can't remember.
You could become a war cat, which is huge, apparently.
Or cat.
Or
Yes,
cat.
but I don't think they do well in cold environments.
Cool.
50-foot speed though.
Huge magical beasts. Or no, wait, not well. You can't
It's
become
just
magical
beast.
beasts.
Yeah, it's just animal type.
Beast shape 3.
There's a feat though you can take to become magical beast, right?
I think so. Yes.
It's like pretty far along. I want to say.
You can, however, become a mastodon.
Cool.
There you go. And then we can pitch the tent on top of your back, and then we can isolate. Okay.
Now
I
is this
don't
like
know
Lord of the
that you would have
Rings
enough-
style mastodon where it's like a
I think it's an
10-story
actual
building?
mastodon that's like an elephant sized.
Yeah.
But I would say you could probably fit 5 people on a mastodon.
Well, if
Why,
we
have
get
you
the
seen a
tent up
mastodon
on the
lately?
mastodon, then it's like we have more square footage than the mastodon back.
Well, yeah, and
I don't like
it's
how
an
big.
dimensional space too, so it'd be like I'm wearing a bag of holding, so it would be even easier.
How
to move
big
around
is the bungalow? What is it called again?
Give me a sec.
Okay,
Tent of many things.
so look,
what- What
What-
the hell happened to my character sheet?
Most
Why is
things
this
even a
see-through?
tent.
I don't think Shane understands how big moose actually fucking are. You could probably easily fit 5 people on the back of a moose, dude.
I know how big moose are.
They're fucking gargantuan.
Shane, the expedition pavilion is a 10-foot by 10-foot.
And 2 of us are like 3 feet tall.
I don't know if you can fit 100
Yeah,
square
but
feet
2
on
of
the
us
back
are
of an
like
elephant.
7 feet tall.
Yeah,
and
but that's what I'm
and you
saying.
have
is
how
like
many
the
pounds
equals
of armor? You're gonna kill a moose.
Like if you wanted to build a platform that you could put on the back of the. of
What
the
if we?
But if he could Black Power Ranger Mastodon before he turns into a Mastodon, I would really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I kind of want to play a
required for
character
all
that rides a
wild
moose now, like all the
I know this
time.
isn't. I know
They're
this isn't Power
fucking
Ranger,
huge,
but I would.
dude.
I would like a common rider, Henshin, as well.
I was gonna play
And a lot-
one
and
of
a
the
lot of
characters
belt
I was looking at making is a cavalier who rides a dire wiener dog. So
I got half.
it's a gnome cavalier riding a wiener dog.
Why is that so fucking funny?
Yeah, here's 2 people riding a moose,
Can I
and they
edit
look
the
pretty
ledger?
comfortable.
That's
But I think
almost
if you
as
added like 3 more people on there, it would.
Yeah, a
not work
moose
very
is
well.
like a large horse, like a very large horse. It's like the big horse from Breath of the Wild. It's like that size, which is still huge, but you're not going to fit more than 3 people on there.
This is fucking on par with the spiders is bugs. Moose is like big horse.
Moose is like big horse.
This
It
is like-
is. Moose is a big horse with antlers, but because of hooves,
Moose is the orcs of horses.
Man, when is the last time we got
Or-
paid? I'm just burning money.
Man, I fucking hate this conversation so much. Just
Aaron,
you've angered
we
the
haven't been
Canadians.
paid in a while.
get a fucking opinion
Trust
on
me,
this.
I'm
Still
very
like 60 gold.
Stop it.
Yeah,
yes.
I gotcha.
I am
As
hyper
a
aware of how long it's
Canadian, I'm
been.
offended now, okay? We can just move on, all right? Fucking shut the fuck up. It's over.
Do we have a moose stat block?
We could get one. So yes, I think you can put the.
You know, I'm gonna settle an argument. Sem transforms into a fucking mastodon. Let's move forward.
Thank you.
So you can transform into a
Dire
mastodon.
moose.
I don't think you
Moose.
can put the pavilion on there. I don't think
It would
an
fall
elephant.
apart, right?
Yeah,
I'm typing
elephants
in
are
dire
not 10
moose
feet
right
wide,
now.
Unfortunately.
Dire moose.
Dire
It's
moose
gotta
is the
be a
scariest thing I've ever heard. Oh my god, and it's frightening.
No,
It's a
dire
thing.
moose.
It's a 5e key creature.
No,
Oh,
dire
shit,
moose is
Pavilion stands, I don't think.
dire moose is just a
fall
dessert.
apart.
Dude,
It's,
those
a,
things
it's a
look
chocolate moose with a ghost pepper in it.
wild.
It looks like
Justin,
something out of
just put
Horizon
Dire
Zero
Moose
Dawn.
and show us on the stream. Thing looks.
A dire
Jesus
moose?
Christ.
That's
Dire
just
moose
crazy.
is fucking jacked as all hell.
Nah, man, that elk is jacked.
It's got like a camel hump.
Yeah.
And 4 antlers instead of 2.
I mean,
wow.
this is a homebrew
It's got like
creature,
jowl
but-
antlers.
It's a rhino mixed with a camel mixed with a moose.
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 Shane,
I mean,
if you can't find a 1E stat block for this,
The moose has advantage on wisdom perception checks.
I swear to God, I want to fight a dire moose. That's how we
What
eat.
What if we built the platform on sleds and then had moose pull us?
Dire moose jerky.
Or a mastodon pull us?
Well, that's what I said. You could have you could have whatever number of people riding whatever thing, and then just pull the rest of the people. You don't need to
Yeah.
fit everyone. We could
You
fashion
guys
it.
don't have a sled.
Somebody can make a sled.
We can craft a sled.
If
Oh,
he can
no.
make a bag that has a different dimension, I think we can make a sled.
A flute wielder doesn't. He's not here anymore.
Yeah, so.
He had a
Are you
lyre
telling me a
building,
rocket scientist couldn't
He
make a
did have a
sled?
lyre of building. That is
which
correct.
is a real
That would've
shame.
been
because
handy.
they
God
could've
damn
played
it!
It's a real shame. 'cause they
Levi!
would've played it pretty well.
Sled.
How
Tell your
crazy
brother
would
we
it
need
be
him.
He just pops in, makes us a sled, and then pops back out of existence.
Go get Levi.
How much is a
can't
lyre
do that,
building?
Unfortunately.
Damn it.
It's really expensive. I think it was in the thousands of dollars.
That was
Wow.
13,000. Damn, I was like, damn, that'd be a handy little thing to have, but
Slay.
that's 13,000 gold.
He bought it at market price. He didn't have Habs make it for him or anything. I don't know.
Yeah,
when
it's
he bought it.
13,000 gold pieces.
He was the sugar father.
He was before Aewen.
But
Doc-
anyways, yes. So you get to work. You guys take a while setting everything up. Let's go ahead and roll some dice to see.
Can we roll for sled?
No, not yet. All right. So you work for feverishly throughout the day. You don't get any rest, which, you know, not exactly strange for you, but
What skill is this?
oh
I
yes,
just
you need
take
to roll
10 on
a
it.
craft check or whatever.
I
just
have to
take
roll
10
it.
on it.
No, Nathan.
Or- yeah.
What's
I just
the
take
check?
10 on it. I don't know, but if it's not an artifact, it can just basically be auto-made. I'll double check though. What's the craft DC for the? It's more of a.
Crafts.
It's to be fairly low. It's only a 500 gold piece.
Yeah,
Item. It has
I
something
mean,
to do with
Hab-
like DC per gold piece type per something.
Got like a plus 19 or more to the check, so.
I
if
don't think
take
he can
10,
fail.
Yeah, I just take 10. So I think it's 29 is like his minimum result, and I can use my lucky clover to increase that even more. Not that I need to do that, but yeah.
So
Alright,
this
I
has
would've had it
literally never
figured out.
happened to me before. I just rolled a d6 just for the hell of it, and it literally landed on the edge.
Broken dice.
What?
They're supposed to land on the
Just
flat
found out
side.
about this bag. So if you caster level 9, so it'd be 5 plus 9 plus 5 because I don't have secret chest, so it'd be 19 would be the DC. But like my modifiers.
I think it's
19.
spellcraft check.
Whatever it is,
It-
it's like I have a lot.
it's
like,
on its
like a plus
edge.
19, so it's,
How do you? Damn.
Here's spellcraft.
Let me see here.
Oh,
Craft.
The spellcraft
That-
is a plus 19, so if I took 10,
there.
it's 29.
Isn't that wild?
That should cover it.
Look,
I think it's
I
dumb.
suppose
I think your dice is
so.
broken.
it's stuck between a 3 and a 6.
I would like to sit next to Habs and make bad cigarettes in the cold. Keep them company.
Okay.
They're all bent and weird looking.
Have the smoke one and he'd like be choking and be like, "This makes breathing harder." I don't understand.
You see these sunglasses? You see this cigarette? What a combo.
All right.
so cool.
Sunglasses look nice.
had a-
Sunglasses look nice.
My own headcanon, Knox's sunglasses change depending on the situation.
What style?
I know
they are.
that's not how they work. Yeah. So like now they're like white goggles or something. They look super stylish.
So glasses
no,
of
they're
disguise.
fucking snowboarder wraparounds.
Maybe the
Yeah, big
Kanye
snowboarder
West
goggles.
Doesn't he have like the
Are-
slits almost like the
Are they
I just like to
ever-
think that it always looks cool for the situation. Like he's always wearing
Always
the
looks
cool
cool.
thing for that situation.
Are they ever
Not the
Groucho
functional
Marx
thing,
glasses?
the cool thing.
I think aviators would look cool in most situations.
Most situations, yeah.
Yeah.
Are they ever Groucho Marx glasses?
I feel like you look kind of dumb though in the winter with it.
Well, see, that's the thing. Is
Blizzard
that's
with
why he has like the
aviators.
wraparounds because they like
Yeah, you get the
keep
big
the
Oakley.
wind from getting at his eyes.
They're all
No,
like
he's-
the orange and yellow.
No, he's got those rad as hell seal bone glasses.
Isn't
So-
oh no, it's Battle Cat. I was like, isn't
was thinking,
Cat-
like-
isn't War Cat the name of
Like
He-Man?
fashion goggles.
cat horse?
I didn't watch He-Man enough.
I didn't watch any.
Yeah,
Yes, me
it's
as well.
battle cat, not war cat.
All I know is that they had
Probably
a guy
because
in there
war
named
was
Manny
considered too-
Faces.
Violent of a word.
And that just tickles me. His name was Manny Faces because he had Manny Faces. God, He-Man's dumb. Anyways, yes, you are able to keep your promise. You're able to make the bag of holding. Not a huge issue. You've done, more intricate and complicated things. You're able to knock it out fairly easily. There is
Even in the action economy, if it's one of those things where you have to spend 500 gold pieces on items and blah blah blah, I mean, Sam could just go get them with the big tree.
that is true.
So
That's true.
They did have to make a bag for you, but that was fairly easy. We'll say that only added like a few hours on there. Basically, it was just cut out a piece of leather that they already had available and sew it up. But let me go
So-
ahead. Yes.
what happens if a 100-pound man tries to get into the minor bag of holding? Does he only go halfway?
I believe it needs to be able to fit into the bag.
There's volume limits usually too, I want to say.
Yeah.
Right, but it's a weight limit. So if he weighs 100 pounds, exactly half of him is 50 pounds. So
Oh,
he
I think
just do, like, a
I think if you try and
torso
like overstuff the bag,
up
it
over
bursts
the-
open. There's rules for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
then it just like ejects items everywhere, like it vomits your
He's like an
belongings.
ass. Well, no, he ends up like on the astral plane. Well, it depends on what system. I don't know how one he handles it, but usually
I'm surprised
you're on
that
an
It seems really dangerous.
Aewen hasn't tried to make one of the void grenade arrows.
I have never ever read anything about those arrows. All I know is about the Pathfinder D20 PSRD arrows.
What you do is you throw down a portable hole.
Oh, I know.
And then
what you're
you
talking about.
tie a bag of holding onto an arrow, and then you shoot the bag of holding at the portable hole, and then it explodes and sucks everything within like a certain radius into the astral plane.
Yeah, like Aewen.
Thanks for telling us how to take out your end game boss there, Shane.
Your BBEG.
You fucking think so? Also, portable holes are crazy expensive.
They are.
So
So you know
Endgame
what?
boss is going to be interdimensional.
That is
and we're
why
gonna be
Sam
so
never spent anything at all, because now we can have one portable hole.
She would be able to buy one and have just a little bit of gold left over. They are 20,000 gold pieces.
Perfect.
A little bit of gold. Also, it's canonical that is Sam's hooker name.
That's right, because you guys ran into the portable holes.
Hole.
Yeah, it saw Sawyer was like, I was like, portable holes, gross. He's like, turns out that's Sam's hooker name.
Yes, they ran into a shipping company that was using portable holes for secure shipping.
Yep.
It was a whole mystery thing.
So we make a bag of holding.
And there was a dude who didn't have any blood.
Yep, no blood.
He had no blood.
We should redo that campaign.
That part of the
that-
campaign.
At that level, just so it can be recorded. And we can go through the no blood thing again.
Maybe after we're done, I might redo that one. Except you
You
guys
could
already
even
know
redo
who the
it
bad
without
guy
telling
is.
us. It could just be on a land raft, and
I was just remembering when there was like some crucial information I think you were trying to give to El-Anon. it's like, oh, there's the captain there. Like, do you want to talk to him? Like, I said, nope.
Nope. It's like, okay. Yes, you can lead your players to info, but you can't make them fucking ask an NPC a simple goddamn question.
You guys are so lucky that I came in. Holy shit. You had like no one could talk to someone.
There's absolutely nothing I want to ask him. Nothing. Nope.
Anyways, yeah, you guys knock that whole thing out. You're able to do it before the giants show up. You hand it over to them. The bag, as part of its creation, needs a command word, I believe. Or no, wait. You just think of what you want, correct?
That's for Pathfinder pouch only, I think.
That's only for the Pathfinder pouch.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to ask what command word you wanted to use, or if you wanted to ask them for the command word. But
what's a syllable they struggle with?
Do they have an accent where it's hard for them to pronounce another letter? Like Germans can't do THs very well. They say ton.
They can damn well do an umlaut though.
Command word, Potawatomi.
Sure. But yes.
Potawatomer. That gets everyone.
Liberty gibbet.
For Liberty gibbet, yes.
Anti-plastic.
Yeah, you hand it over, you guide them on how to use it. They're like, all right, well, transaction well completed. We appreciate this. We will go and hide your tracks. If you'd like to wait here, we will return to you. And as we said, we can lead you to the edge of our territory. And from there, they head out back down south to kind of cover your tracks and whatnot. While they are gone, is there anything that you guys would like to do?
Hey, hold up before you go gallivanting off there. So whose territory are we entering now?
Well, we don't really the edge of our territory doesn't really concern us. We were planning on taking you to a settlement. I suppose it'd be their territory, but is there some place you'd like to go, or?
I think a settlement.
Yes, yeah, do that.
Is that okay? That, yes, they may be able to help you with, moving throughout the, through the rest of your journey, and,
we might be able to get terrain maps and stuff.
Yes, that is definitely possible. We've traded with them from time to time. They have certainly, moved around the territories and whatnot. So they would definitely be a good resource to look to for that sort of thing. So yeah, they head out. You guys have seemingly managed to avoid a couple of separate confrontations, much to, Mrohy's chagrin, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolute.
I like how he struggles to get in fights because we do things so diplomatically mostly.
There have been been multiple.
Listen, your diplomacy is going to be the death of me, literally, and it's not a figurative thing. My God's going to kill me.
There have been multiple encounters that I have planned for you guys that you just were like, no, I refuse to do a violence.
That's because Shane's like, well, since you did this, now a government is after you. And you guys are criminals.
Yeah,
yes. Well, violence has consequences.
An excellent bandit.
not doing violence also has consequences.
That's
Everything
also
has
true.
a consequence. Sure.
Because
That
you
being
guys have
said-
tried to do like
We're waiting things
we're
out.
not going to do a violence, we're going to do happy things, and then had people come back and be like, yeah, turns out I chose the path of violence.
I did choose the path of violence on more than one occasion.
Kind of love the idea of Mrohy disappearing for a few hours and then coming back, just like dragging 5 frost giant heads along behind him.
It would
Covered
be
in blood.
no
He'd be like,
different.
guys, problem solved. I don't.
It would be no different than anything I did in town catching criminals.
Kinda. But yeah, you
Catching
guys wait like the better part of a day. They
Thomas.
come back
I came up with a new band name for you.
having, telling you that yes, they've covered your tracks. This is their territory. They know it pretty well. And they offer to, head out right away if you guys are ready to leave. Is there anything that you guys would have liked to do during that time? Like, you essentially like just hold up for like a day, sitting in the snow. Is there anything that you guys would have done in that time?
Open tail gathering.
Them could craft some
No,
stuff
like,
too.
no, you have to wait for. You're waiting for the
Clear the tracks or something.
yes, for the adlets to get done covering your tracks from the giants, because they were apparently following you, looking for some sort of vengeance.
I've got a couple of things.
Yes.
Well, one of them, Aewen would like to find any storytellers or anyone interested in like telling stories and just listening to folktales, but she would also like to discreetly inquire about the castle city where all of the dead people are, because she's curious about Teresa's connection to that, considering she can turn into an adlet.
Yes. So they left. There's no one here to talk to about that.
Oh, I thought we
unfortunately.
were in the village.
No, they offered
not
to
yet.
take you guys to the village so that you would have time to, make the whole magical item thing. But you guys were like, well, we've got this fancy tent. We don't really need to spend the time traveling. It's only going to take a day.
Yeah, I thought we were in the village. Never mind.
Nope. They offered to take you to another village, though. But as they come back, they do offer, they're like, hey, we'll take you to the edge of our territory. You would be like, they do
talk
say,
to them
hey,
on the
you're
way
going to
there.
have to keep up with us because, we're not going to take it slow for you. That's, not how we do things. But now that you've discovered that Sam can just fucking go,
Beast mode.
yeah, I was gonna say go Power Rangers mode.
Man,
How
all
does that
the arm
conversation? How
movements,
does that
too.
conversation go? Because that would not be something that Sem would have necessarily withheld, but it's one of those things where Sem's kind of the constant follower.
Knox
She would
Yeah,
have been
how
like,
do
hey
you
guys,
think-
I can do this.
I'd probably
it's-
just be like, hey, can you turn into a big animal?
I think you'd just be
That
sitting
could
out
walk
there
us through the
freezing,
snow.
like thinking about talking about like all the walking that you've been doing, and been like, "There's gotta be something you could turn into." Like, come on,
Right.
man.
Like, that's what I'd be. I'd just be like, see, you'd be a dinosaur. So, like,
Oh, you mean this? and then Sem would just turn into one. What do the dog
Yeah.
people think of that?
I don't think they're that surprised by it. They are very.
they've probably seen druids before.
Yeah, they are very much nature focused group of
Shapeshifters
people.
of sorts too, right? Can they switch back and forth like?
No, they can't shapeshift. They are just.
Oh, they can't. Okay.
Yep. So no, they're not. They're not like.
It's a different race.
They're not lycanthropes. They are just.
Oh, Teresa. Okay, Teresa has the lycanthrope disease.
She is actually also not a lycanthrope.
She's a were
She
adlet.
casts alter self.
Oh, it was just alter cell. Yeah, and you told us that already. Never mind.
Yes. Which I believe El-Anon was able to identify. Correct.
Yep, he casts that spell all the time, and Nat 20'd the check. So
Yes. So yes. Yeah. The being a mastodon, you do in fact have the same speed as they do, and it doesn't actually say it on the character sheet here that you can move unimpeded through snow, but it's a fucking mastodon, so I'm gonna go ahead and DM rule that one that yeah, I'd think that you'd do all right. You're able to keep up with them.
Oh, can we cuddle up in his fur?
No. In fact, it's really like uncomfortable sitting up here because you don't have like a like a harness or like a saddle or anything. So basically you guys are just up there like holding on to the trying to hold on to like the big fur in like clumps as best you can through your big thick gloves and whatnot.
Can I craft seat belt and just strap myself in with some fur? Just
you guys could probably take
rope.
take like some rope and like, well, no, Sem wouldn't have tusks, I believe.
Why not?
Because only males have tusks.
Do you want tusks, Sam?
is that true?
Okay.
I
Oh, can
don't
she
think that's
change
true.
her gender?
I don't think that's true.
Kind of.
Oh, both male and
mastodons.
female African elephants have tusks. So
Yeah.
yes, she would have tusks. So you guys could like, throw some rope around the tusks and have something that you could hold on to a little bit. Although I imagine
I would
Sam.
say about 3/4 of the way through this trek, she'd be like, "Wait, why am I doing all the walking?"
You're the strongest person.
It took no. It's just a joke. Like, yeah, I can totally do that. And then it was just like, wait, why am I doing all the work?
Yes.
we are
At
heavily
the end, too
reliant
bad
on
that it
Sem.
doesn't work like 3-5
still made it easier
where you
for yourself.
gain their strength. Their like, do you gain their physical attributes? Their physical scores?
So like, movement speeds are affected, but the actual attributes are not. You don't gain like a 1-to-1. So I don't just get 34 strength.
I was gonna say yes, because I would think that you try and like.
I do get like +5 strength.
That would break combat. That's why.
You wouldn't be able to
It
carry
did back in
then.
3.5. Druids were incredibly overpowered because of that fact.
Yeah.
But without the strength score, would you be able to carry it? So if it's just stem strength, then it's like that's not a lot, right? Or-
Well, Sam has what, like 8 strength?
So it's like
kind of a weird
combat
thing.
encounter wise, you don't gain, but I think like
So
as far
combat.
as
Yeah, it's basically so
Explorer.
like you don't get the 34 strength
Exploring
and then
and-
have like
Yeah.
a plus 15 to an extra like.
right. So
Yeah.
you can't use them for so like in the
But you could turn it to a horse and carry a person versus like
Yeah.
Sam wouldn't be able to normally
because
carry
if
a
you think
person.
about it, if
Sure.
if it was just Sem's +8 strength
Otherwise
in
the horse-
Mastodon body, she wouldn't be able to move.
She would collapse on herself. Yeah.
that's what
Yes,
Yeah.
because of the square cube law.
Right.
Well, which is
So
it?
you have
Shane?
the
Square or
strength
cube?
as far as
2D or
like
3D?
exploration and all of that stuff is concerned. You
Sure.
just cannot gain the stats
That
for
makes sense.
combat efficiencies and
Yeah.
bonuses and things like that. Yeah.
But yes, you guys start plodding along. As you guys are traveling, did you want to talk to them about all of the stuff?
Aewen does. Aewen likes to talk.
Okay, well, what exactly do you ask them about that?
She just says, "Hey, when we first showed up, there was this big castle full of dead people. Do you know what's going on about that? It's like back that way."
I think they would say, oh, yes, that happened a fair many years ago.
A fair tankum, mate.
We did offer some small bits of help, but yes, we have heard stories from the elders and shamans. It is not good place to go, as there is much evil that lives there still to this day.
We did learn that, yeah.
Yes. Well, many of you city folk do tend to insist on learning things the hard way.
Wait, hey, no, well... Fair.
So
what happened to that place, though? Was it just the story is bad thing happened?
Well, no, it was a holdout. It was a
redoubt.
Crown.
Love that word.
City for some empire, and they went to war with another, and eventually from the way that we understand it, they figured they were safe in the mountains, as no one could lead an army inside of their gates, but the opposing armies simply led their armies up to their door and refused to let any supplies make their way into the city.
War, huh? What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Yes, they let the armies sit there for many seasons.
A siege. I've read about those.
From what I have heard from the shamans, the desperation soon set in, and many of the people there gave in to
Shaman King.
Gave in to the primal need for food, and found it where necessary.
I don't
not,
get it.
Well,
oh no, wait, no.
Pizza the Hut was trapped in his car and ate himself to death.
So yes,
who's Pizza the Hut, Sam?
He's a guy that
Tabletop
got trapped in his
Can you imagine if Sam is just like Sam's just making fourth wall?
You've been in a car.
In Mastodon form.
Yeah, you have
Aewen
been in a
has
car.
not been in a car.
Aewen has been in a car. She made Baby Driver. She led Baby Driver on so hard, it was a problem.
And he's just like, yes. So, while we do not find nearly the taboo that your culture does in, doing what needs to be done to survive, it apparently passed the point of mere survival, and, well, apparently when, from what the shamans tell us, when things of that nature go too far, it can lead to certain undead creatures being formed. What were they called?
Dan Marino?
No, I don't. I know that there are many specific types of undead.
There zombie hordes, and one place was extremely haunted.
Real spooky.
You know that they weren't regular zombies because of the sickness that Habhab contracted.
They were I am leg zombies.
We took care of that, right?
Yes. Because Eli, I believe, can cast Cure Disease, correct?
I believe so. If it's in the cleric spell list, then yeah.
Also, Bernie's Lay on Hands does that too.
Yeah, I think he just prepped it for the day.
I know what they're goddamn called.
That whole thing, was Bolenwald one of the empires involved with it? I don't know if he would. No, maybe Bernie would know. He's from Bolenwald.
They 26 gigabyte update. Sorry.
What had a 26 gig?
Baldur's Gate has a 26.
Oh yeah, their new patch.
Because they added a bunch of stuff too.
They added a bunch of stuff, including playable epilogue. So, oh, did I go robot mode there for a second?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay, because the chat kind of jumped on me there. I can't remember what the goddamn name of the undead are.
You're a guy.
No.
It's a different creature.
No, that's I'm an idiot. Never mind.
Walkers.
I was thinking Skyrim for
Nazgul?
some reason.
No, god damn it.
The ones we
Runners?
fought, or-
I'm just
Yeah.
thinking of every zombie name.
It's just the template, right? That you add
Tweakers?
onto the-
It is a
Walkers.
specific kind that are
Clickers.
created when people
Eat each
take
other?
part in
Wolves?
cannibalism.
Ghouls?
Oh, cool.
The ghouls?
And I know
Shit.
what it is. I'm just having real bad brain day today.
Infected.
Wendigo? Wendigo?
It's not a Wendigo.
Wendigo are way different than.
Yes.
We could-
Also,
we could
I
go
thought about
now.
throwing a Wendigo, you guys, but they're CR17.
Slenderman?
Yes, Wendigos are way above your pay grade.
You're telling me we can't get a hold of some good Windissy?
Never heard of a Wendigo.
You never heard of a Wendigo?
Nope.
The fuck?
It's a
What about a
Native
wind to
American-
stop?
Native American mythical beast. It's really quite cool.
They have
Terrifying,
they have
but
stat
cool.
blocks for it in a lot of systems.
Oh my god.
So I rolled a 22 to my knowledge local. I don't know if that's the skill to check, but it identify if Ballenwald was involved with such a war.
Give me one moment.
I don't have a history. If anyone has history, I'd love your assistance on this. But
Nope.
Oh, I got you, bro.
anyone have knowledge history? What about Mrohy? Does Mrohy have knowledge history?
Think so. I'm just checking here. Hang on.
Anyone would be
Dimitri
Mrohy.
does. Too bad he misteleported into a cornfield.
I do not have history. I have engineering.
Oh, okay.
I got local. Is it a local
I think
thing?
they were.
Are they in this?
Yes, they
Are
were
they local
ghouls,
to their
that's what
home
it is.
area? Ghouls?
Yes.
Hmm. Well,
Yes. So they wouldn't have known what kind of undead they are, but you know that specifically because he had contracted it before. Habhab got ghoul fever. Habhab literally just can't not get sick around ghouls.
ghoul fever.
But yes, what was the you rolled a 22 for a knowledge local skill check. That I don't think would be knowledge local. That would be more of a knowledge history if you've got it.
Yeah, that's the only thing I had that would be somewhat related.
I don't know if anybody's
yeah.
got knowledge history. You ask them and they're like, we don't concern ourselves with, those sorts of details. But yes, one of the children of the city did manage to escape, and we cared for her for a short time.
She got
before-
red hair.
Kind of hyper.
Yes. From how she was described to us.
Well, that's one part of that mystery solved.
So yes, from what we understand, the evil that haunts that place to this day is quite strong, and none of our people have ever been foolhardy enough to, go delving into that place, despite, the riches I'm sure it holds are immense, which I know is more than enough reason for your kind to go most anywhere, but we're mostly concerned with that which is good for the tribe, you see. Yeah, do you have any other questions about what happened, or if they have any other details, or
She's gonna ask them if they know about someone who has a penchant for turning into an adlet, a brave warrior clad in armor.
No, we do sometimes get warriors up through here, but we've not seen an adlet that is, covered in armor or anything.
Well, she's not always an adlet. She turns into one sometimes. I think.
I'm sorry, I cannot say that. That seems.
We had a companion traveling with us. She was from here. I'm guessing she's that girl that ended up.
Oh. I hope she is doing well.
Oh, yeah, she's doing fine.
Good to hear. What she went through was honestly, from what I understand, horrific, and I hope that she's living a life of peace these days.
Yeah, in peace.
It seems to be what she's all about, I guess.
Well, good. This is a strange reaction to what I said.
What? No, you're weird.
She brings peace where it ain't, I guess. She's fighting for king and country.
Oh. Well, then, yes, hopefully it's... Then, bringing peace to others is, a peace in and of itself. I don't necessarily mean that she has to be, peaceful all the time, but, I hope that she has found some kind of peace within herself.
Gotta say, you guys are quite a bit different from, other folk look like you. Only one that I'm familiar with, there was one I think there's one for a short time. It ran with a gang that I used to be part of.
Yes, gnolls are much different. What are gnolls classified as? Are they humanoid?
They're small humanoid, aren't they?
I don't know if they're humanoid or monstrous humanoid. I think it's just humanoid.
I believe they are humanoid. Yeah, so I think they'd be like, yes. I suppose in some ways we look like gnolls, but ooh, wow, that was. You're from a different place. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cause any offense.
Like I said, you're from the city. You're not from around here. Just a little culturally insensitive. I don't go
Sam
on
goes,
about
yeah,
how.
that's like when people call me a fairy.
Probably. I could see that. I don't go around saying like, oh yes, you both have smooth skin. You must be probably like the same race, right? You with your pointy ears and your green skin, and him with his red hair, you're probably the same people. Just because you got smooth skin, right?
I mean, it's quite one minor commonality, I'm saying, but I mean, snouts, teeth, lots of fur.
Yes.
Like eating people.
Oh yes, of course. And just
I'd say
because
we're
I'm
all
like,
kind of the
oh
same,
yes,
yeah.
you guys have dumb, unclawed hands that can't help you survive anywhere, and stupid teeth meant for chewing on cud and grains and vegetables. Yes, surely you are all a monolith.
I don't know what to say to that one.
Make a ride check. She's like...
Is she gonna try
violently laughing at this point?
Who is riding Seb anyway?
Oh, I'm so good at ride. I'm awesome at ride. Here's my ride.
Make some ride checks.
Hey, look at that. 11.
Bernie got a 22.
No, I got an 11.
Oh no, Bernie got an 11. Hab's got a 6. Aewen's probably on.
I could probably fall off if that's the outcome.
I would say it's probably a DC 10.
Yeah, I think Mrohy stays on as well.
So I'm 10 feet high, so I take a D6.
No, I'd say you guys are moving through pretty deep snow. You guys probably just fall off and like you leave a Habhab shaped hole in the snow.
Oh, now everyone will know that I was here.
He's just like,
oh yes, you all have weird non-clawed hands and dumb teeth that are only good for... That's good.
It's just, listen, there's a reason that we are not really big into outsiders being in our territory. You know, people don't tend to understand our way of life. We're actually fairly chill with the giants, as evil as they are. Like,
As evil as they are.
Well, yeah, they do a lot of, like, pillaging and stuff, but we tend to, you know, drive them back. But, you know, part of the reason they do it is because they're, you know, psychotic and evil, but the other reason they do it is for survival, and, you know, we can grok with that. Yes. Kind of ruins the whole sort of, like, wise elder thing that you had thought I had going on too, right? I'm hip. I'm with it.
Yeah, I guess you want it all what I expected.
That's right. Tom over here runs a fashion blog. Yeah, I do.
What is it any good? Is it any?
So okay,
it mostly
deals
with
is that
feathers
just he just like carves his
You're
fashion
running a
ideas into
fashion
a log?
blog, eh?
Yeah, it mostly deals with feathers and I meant leathers and furs and that sort of
I was
stuff.
gonna say, yeah.
You'd be surprised. It's a versatile medium.
How aggressive a publication is this thing here?
It's
Yeah, but
mostly
furs
a
are-
local thing.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
Furs are
small
so out
zine
of
type of
fashion,
deal.
though.
Self-published.
I like how this dude is slowly getting more crunchy as it goes on.
But yes, you guys continue to discuss things as you travel with each other. You get to know them better.
Didn't expect to love this guy, but I do.
Yeah, I would say getting out of their territory, like they have a fairly wide territory. They're, you know, semi-nomadic. They move around, you know, hunting game and that sort of stuff a lot. So,
Man, he carries the whole log around with him.
log?
Yeah, his fashion log.
Blog.
Yes, his fashion log.
Yeah, his fashion log. So he just carves his fashion ideas into the side of this log.
That's right. No, he just, whenever he comes across a tree, he writes down ideas he has about fashion.
How often does he forget which trees he
Some
marked?
dude 20 years from now is like, huh, that is a good idea.
Yeah. See, he knows that it became a habit after, you know, he's just like, well, I'm marking my territory. I'm already pissing on the tree. I might as well take some time out.
Because as we all know, if there's any long-lasting medium, it's living trees, not covering up what you mark into them.
Listen, they only have so many options.
People mark up urinals all the time. I mean, it's not so different, right? Like,
Exactly.
it's probably like etched a penis into a tree at some point.
Yeah, for a good time, Howl 330.
Yeah, except when they do it, they got to put the knot in there too.
Shane, if that was a test to see who's a furry in here, I don't appreciate just the statement of not in there. I don't know how many people will understand what you just said, you son of a bitch.
Yes. Hey, guess what? I have a friend who's a furry artist.
Oh god. And all of you out there who understand what he's talking about, disgusting.
That's fine.
You're gross.
Fine.
I like you all.
But yeah, they take you guys. I think you guys find some stuff to talk about. You head your way there. I would say, I guess it depends. How many do you think Sam would use all of her wild shape charges for the day? Do you think she would be fine going?
How long have we been walking?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. How long do you guys think that you would travel for the day? Because I mean, 8 hours of riding is still pretty rough.
Well, it's 9 hours per cast times my wisdom modifier,
which is really high. So you're good for the day.
Yeah, so you could go the entire day, but I mean, like,
I could go the entire day plus.
Yeah. But my question is, do you think you guys would go the entire day?
What else would there be to do?
I'm just saying, if you guys are doing the entire day, that might be like a forced march or like a forced ride type of deal. Check. So, like, there might be some exhaustion.
Bernie's good to go, I
setting
think.
in.
Pretty good con score.
We need a fort saves for that, right? Is that a fort save thing? I've never looked into it.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, and we'd have to rebuff.
I'm not too worried about that.
Endure elements, too.
That's the thing, endure elements.
Yeah, you guys, I think, only have 8 hours of that. I think.
I don't know.
Well, endure elements communal is a 2nd level spell,
Mm-hmm.
and it's 24 hours. But I can
It's 24 hours split between however many people. So
I can do that. Well, I can designate 10 hours on Bernie and then 2 hours on the rest of them.
Yeah, so you'd get 4 hours out of each cast.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to, you could do like 3 casts or whatever.
Yeah, 12 hours sounds good.
Yeah, I have 3 of them prepped. So
how many hours of marching do you guys want to do?
I could also just burn 6 first level slots and just cast 24 hours on each of us.
How many
But that's
first
all
level
6
slots
of
do you
my
have?
First level slots. 6.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that would work.
That would be next day, though. I haven't prepared that.
You don't use your first level slots very often, I want to say.
Hardly at all, yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well, yeah.
Yeah. So if that's the way you want to do it, you can. But yes, there will be some forced march checks.
Not sure if Habs.
So I just need to know how many hours out of the. Do you guys want to do 10 hours, 12 hours? Like, you would be marching in the dark for some of that as well.
We have a pretty good idea of our endurance levels, I would feel. How long? What's the rules for forced marching?
So for forced marching, it's a DC 10 plus 2 for every hour after 8 hours.
DC 10 plus 2.
So yep, the first hour is a DC 10.
Ask, are we
second
there
hour is
yet?
What do we roll for it? What are we rolling?
You do straight constitution checks. So not even it's not a fortitude save, it's a straight constitution check.
Oh, Bernie just died.
Bernie died?
He
Why did Bernie die?
He looks splatted on my screen.
Yeah.
I think I hit a button that I should not have hit. That's right, because of my hotbar thing I had open.
You hit delete character.
Yeah, he just looks splatted.
Rolled
take to the map quick and show everyone.
I don't know what happened.
Rolled a 100.
So yes, my question is, how many hours of the...
Zoom in on that.
I cannot currently.
Well, it doesn't matter to Hab. He doesn't suffer from fatigue or exhaustion. So
There we go.
Neither does Knox, because he's a alpha male. I don't know.
Yes, because Habhabs is a soulless robot.
Turns out, Bernie fell off of Sem, and Sem wasn't paying attention and squished him.
Oh
Yes.
dear.
But yeah, so Bernie, it's not a fortitude saving throw; it's a Constitution check.
Oh.
Sem's okay. She got a nat 20.
That'll do.
The thing is, though,
What the fuck?
He won't be able to prep spells though the next day if he's not resting though. So
There you go. There's your low number. I gave it to you, Shane.
Yes, so you
Want a hero
are you take 1d6 non-lethal
point.
damage, and you are fatigued.
Hero point.
Fantastic.
But remember, you guys need to do this for every hour after.
How about we just rest?
How long are we marching?
Well, that was my
Every hour after
question: is do you guys want
How far
to
away
like?
are we from this place? Sem would ask, annoyed.
They're like,
Are we there yet?
they say it's about it's like a few days, but if you really like wanted to, they're a scouting party. They're used to going, long times and long
Balls to the
distances.
wall.
Yeah, without any sort of rest. So they're like, yeah, if you guys want to like move at our pace, we could probably get you there in a couple of days.
No. We're too pampered.
So do
They
you guys
will
just
take the
want to take
rest.
like the few days?
They will take
and
the
just
rest.
Do the 8
They
hours?
can hang out in the tent if they want. So
I think Sem would say the smooth skins are tired.
Okay, you guys take the few days to get up there.
All out ghoul over here.
Battle
Oops.
start.
What just happened?
I don't know.
Oh, another macro.
Battle start.
put me on the other side.
Battle start.
Pew pew pew.
Oh.
But yeah, so you guys travel for a few days. They do seem a little exasperated at the fact that you guys like are taking all of this time to rest and being like,
Boy, I am glad that we're taking
I like
days.
how he's preaching understanding of different cultures or biologies, and then they're not appreciative of our.
Yeah, let me
Listen.
check too.
Well, that's
Everyone's
because Shane's
hypocrite.
Our
frustrated.
soft, squishy bodies.
I could have made
listen,
that
we're
one.
all hypocrites here, okay?
That's fair.
Thank you, woodland creature. Your soft, squishy body blunted the force of his blow.
Man, I could really use some of
Now
that.
for my end of the deal.
With enough.
He just left. That's $4, baby. You want fries with that? That fucking movie is free on YouTube, and that is the greatest gift that Google has ever given to humanity.
Don't tell mom. Okay.
You really should have listened to that one boob chick.
Throw us off.
Ah, well.
What are we doing, guys?
Does it hurt? You broke a thermometer in my hands.
Can't you see you won't make it? You'll never make it.
Fucking love that movie. Top 5 of all time.
Well, beware his song about big butts. He plays it and totally beats you up.
Let me know if you see a Radio Shack.
Leap like a freak.
Anyways, so yes, they take you to a small village. It looks like it is a village that is next to like a large lake up here. Looks like it's sort of it's sort of like a ways away from the lake, but it does very much look like it is a fishing village. You can see that there are, areas that they have cut into the ice where they, fish, and it looks like they have, larger gear for when the ice thaws and whatnot, but...
This place, it's full of hackers. Guys, don't click on any suspicious hyperlinks.
What? Oh, fishing. I get it.
And they're going through the ice. It's fucking net runners all over again.
So, as they lead you here, they're like, well, it has been an interesting interaction with all of you. If you do need to come through our territory again, we will
require another bag.
Yes, please bring another offering, and we shall see you through again. But we can, if you do bring an offering, we can guarantee your safety.
Nothing like mercenary dogs. War dogs. Diamond dogs.
I was just about to have them say, "Bitch, I'm a diamond dog." He puts and then it turns out he's had sunglasses this entire time, and he puts them on.
No, nothing.
Knox,
Sawyer.
you and dog have thing in common.
Yeah, all right. Well, thanks. Personally, I'm all sick of this Narnia
sunglasses.
bullshit, so I'm gonna go to the town with the people. So see ya.
I want to be where
Well,
the people are.
good traveling with you too, I guess.
Thank you for all your help. Although,
Yes.
Yeah, just
I guess
kidding.
the thank you
Thanks.
was the bag.
So, yes, they leave you guys. They head off in the opposite direction. They kind of leave you to your own devices. Give me one thing here. I just realized there was some stuff that I didn't set up with this scene real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Boop, boop, boo.
She calls out to them as they're leaving. She says, "Hey, don't eat chocolate. I think it's bad for you."
The fuck is chocolate?
Cool. Don't worry about it.
Okay. It's weird.
I love those.
Fuck is chocolate.
Okay. But yes. There we go. Okay.
Sorry, I've been kind of quiet because we're still working on bedtime. So,
That's okay.
Oh. Did you get down okay?
well, he's not destroying stuff anymore. So,
Oh, is he just straight up like breaking shit?
yeah.
Hey, that's not great.
No.
He did pull an absolute Chad move the other night and just shit under his bed.
That's the things they don't
Wait,
tell you
excuse me?
about when
This is the reality of having children, people.
Yeah, I had a coworker whose boy would open the bottom drawer in his dresser, and that's where he would use the toilet.
Oh my god.
Mom found the piss drawer.
Yep, and it was
Yeah,
like,
but my
"Why
son
does your
was
room
doing
always
it-
Smell like? Why does your room always smell like a toilet? I don't know." And then she was putting laundry away, and there was like.
This wasn't
yeah,
a
the
shame
dresser
thing,
was-
though. This was a defiance thing. Like,
Well, it wasn't a shame thing for him either, my coworker's boy. It was just he didn't want to walk to the bathroom. It's just kind of just a pure laziness thing. Yeah.
So
But
that
bedtime's
wasn't
gotten,
named
it's
thing.
gotten better.
None
It's
of
gotten
it.
better.
It's good.
We changed some things on our end.
You all
Being in there,
approach
dude.
a walled village that does seem to have been built
A
around one
village?
of these small that does in fact have some trees. So
Is there a
if you
Frenchman up
did
there?
want to travel from here, you would be able to.
We fast
You guys-
travel point unlocked.
I was gonna say, you guys did find a map marker.
Does this village?
Hey,
have a
hey, can
nuclear
we go back to
weapon?
that one village? And then you're like, yeah, sure.
This village?
Does this village have a nuclear vessel?
Do we get stopped
I'm
at
gonna
the gate?
show off this
You guys haven't gone through the gate yet. You don't know.
kick-ass map. Whoa.
Oh, there we go. Okay. The
Whoa.
screen was broken for a second there.
What a map! Did you make this yourself, Shane?
Our stream is still not on the
No,
map
I did
yet.
not. Of course I didn't. What are you, fucking crazy? You think I have time to
can
draw
make-
maps? You think I have either the time or talent to draw maps?
Hey,
Yes.
Shane, there's like programs that could easily draw this map.
I'm not that goddamn creative. I'm a,
You know,
I'm
I
a
have
fucking
never-
idiot.
Drawn a map.
Just
For
find
anything.
AI image generator and be like, topographical map of a town in the frozen tundra.
With
medieval."
grid.
Oh, you
With
just put the
grid.
grid on after.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
Shane,
you put the grid on
Shane-
after.
Shane craves the joy of theft.
It's true.
Yeah.
Listen, I am essentially a fucking donkey parading around on hind legs, pretending to speak human language. That is all that you can expect from me. I promise nothing and deliver less.
Oh God, I need to put that in that quote.
I like
right
that.
there. That's my favorite quote. I promise nothing and deliver less. That's a good line.
Are
Shane. I
there
like
guards here at the gate?
There are not. The
There's
village
not- there are
itself,
a
like,
bunch of
while being
zombies,
walled
though.
and everything, not super big. Like, it does look like they can post sentries up here if they need to. But yeah, you kind of like walk into town and there's mostly people just going about their business.
Do they seem to be too worried, like seeing us armed to the teeth?
As you walk in, go ahead and give me some sense motive checks.
Okay.
You know what? I was
Fuck
gonna
yeah.
roll it, but
What
then I
is with
realized
these
Knox,
goddamn 20s?
Knox doesn't care, so I'm not even gonna roll it.
That's like 3 20s in a row. What the shit?
To be fair, Habs' natural 20
Yeah,
reduced to
minus
16.
Got 13.
He's unusually perceptive.
That's okay.
Still doesn't get it.
Yeah. Listen, Habs is a delight, and he's used to people being like, here's the thing. Habs is a delight and is also an oddity, especially since he stopped wearing his fancy face. But I think because of that, you notice right away that it does look like people are kind of going out of their way to not look at you and not notice you.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe the construct or something. I don't know if it has struct, or that's probably like the thing most people would think of if they thought of anything at all. Seeing him, but, it's just his face, and it's probably a lot of it's probably covered up because it's so cold out. Is it still real out? Probably. Yeah, the eyes.
Yeah, I mean it's still cold. It's not like actively snowing at the moment, but
Yeah. The eyes have looked a little weird.
Your milky white stare offends me.
Well, you say we find a meal and find a beer in this place.
Some fish and chips.
Yeah, if we
I
go
follow Bernie to
Emma's
wherever
gonna-
he can find that stuff.
De-transform
Find
and
some other music here.
use no direction to the nearest pub.
No direction.
It's a cantrip, I think.
This
Turns
just
out
tells
it's a
you
dry
north.
town.
This just tells you north.
I think there's a spell that
But-
does what you want, but it's like a higher.
Is there a
level
big
one.
yellow blinking floating thing in the distance that I'm supposed to follow?
No, you're just in a town.
This is Breath of the Wild rules, baby.
All right, I open my map and I place my map marker. Now what? Now do I see the... What's this building right here? What am I looking at?
You're not sure. You see the outside of a building.
Is there a sign anywhere? What's in
No.
front here? What's over here?
Listen, you get the idea that this is a small enough village that nobody actually needs signs to know which buildings are which.
Everyone start asking him questions all at once, so we can essentially DDoS our GM.
What locals do we see around here?
Is there like a blacksmith? Do I hear
What's this guy's name and backstory right in front of me here?
Listen, like the locals that you see are mostly locals that are working and stuff.
What color
you
are
see,
the hairs of the first 4 people that I see?
you do see that there are some people that are. You see some people over here taking care of, like, they have some cattle, like some
Highland
yaks,
cattle.
like some long hair yaks, that sort of thing. You
Is
see
there any
that
people that are drawn better than the others?
No.
Is it like an anime where all the background characters are just like white blobus?
You do see over here where all of these tables are, that people have basically brought fish up, and are, like, there's people that are unloading them, putting them onto these different tables, cleaning them, scaling them, and there are other tables where there's like salts and other things that they're using to preserve them, you know, salted fish, that whole sort of thing.
This looks
there
like Noob Island town in Elder Scrolls Online.
New what?
Never mind. Noob Island.
Oh.
It's like a little island thing you like had play the first like 3 hours of the game on. Anyway.
Okay.
Hey Shane, do I see anybody wearing an inordinate amount of belts and or buckles?
No, you don't see any. You don't see
Is there
any
anyone
obvious
with,
NPCs.
Neon or incredibly non-standard colored hair that's very spiky?
Over by the fish counters, Shane, is there anybody who looks really buff that's working on cleaning the fish and with a sign over him that says power scaling?
You can't really tell if anyone's buff. Most people are wearing like thick furs and things.
I
Like,
just
listen,
here.
it's very much just a normal village.
Well, no,
Everyone
Shane,
is
I really
Everyone
just
is
wanted
buff.
to work in power scale. I just really wanted to work
Yes,
in
everyone
power scaling
is.
as a joke.
There are a lot of people that are like fairly buff, but yeah, like people are kind of going out of their way. Like you guys have kind of been standing here for a little while, just sort of like looking around. So
I've been
people are
walking.
kind of like, now people were kind of like avoiding your gaze. Now people are kind of like actively, sort of like looking over at you. Just kind of like not doing anything.
I've been
here.
dragged. I was sitting on a crate, then I've been moved.
I'm just walking around, man.
I've
I'm just
been
looking at
yanked
what
by the
there's
red
to look
thread of
at.
fate.
Do I see signs? Paint me a picture, my dear lad.
Okay. You guys are standing there, like, yes, you see the many of these places are obviously houses and that sort of thing. Many of these are, some of these are buildings that are used for like particular things. Obviously, this is like a barn over here. It looks like they probably have like a, most of these look over here look like homes and whatnot. There are people that have like small gardens and stuff. So, as you're kind of moving around, it does look like this.
Are looking for the bar.
It does look like this is sort of a guard station that somebody probably should have been in that is not there at the moment.
The guard station or the guard?
Yeah, it looks like there should be a guard that should kind of be like watching the gate there. You didn't see anyone there. As you're moving around, you don't see a bar, but this looks like you see this building
like
right here. You can look into it. It's not a bar, but there's a lot of like tables in there. And you can see that there are like some
mini
casks.
Haberdashery on the road to Red Rock.
No, but there are like a lot of like casks and stuff in there. There are some casks and stuff in there. There's lots of tables. I guess, does anybody here come from a smaller village?
I mean,
Knox might know what this is.
From a smaller village.
Yeah, Knox, go ahead and make me a knowledge local check.
I'm curious, Shane. Is there a red convertible parked outside and a guy with spiky hair inside talking about diners, drive-ins, and dives?
No, there's not.
Oh, that's right. He's back at the castle.
Yeah, Knox, this place is too small for probably a pub. This would be what would be like the village's meeting house. Like, most of the time it sits empty whenever they have like a celebration or they, the community needs to talk about something or, what have you. They come here. It's just a, space that's open for the village to use for whatever it needs to be used for.
The place was called The Loon, where I was from. That's where the meetings were, but it was a bar and grill. You know what I mean?
Yes. But yeah, this is just sort of like a village house area.
All right. So can we get a drink there?
You don't see anyone in there at the moment.
Oh.
You probably could go in there and get a drink. You don't know how well that would go over, but yeah, like the meeting house is empty. There's no meetings going on at the moment. People are going about their day doing stuff.
Listen,
well, yeah,
it's been a couple days. Since
the drink, not the drink I'm looking for, but
there's got to be a place to drink.
Hey, over here.
People go mad out here without drinking. This is like Wisconsin.
You guys come over here.
Of course, there's no meeting
happening. This is probably the only door you've seen that is actually like metal banded with a heavy lock on it. Like,
oh, I love metal bands.
What's in there?
You don't know. It is closed, but you do see people.
What's in there?
You did see people kind of over here that were doing like some training and whatnot.
I can see though. I can see through walls.
Yes, you can. You look through there, and you notice it looks like this is an armory.
Fair enough.
There's just a lot of severed arms in there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of arms in there.
He's just drinking the only drink he can find, which is, water.
Yeah, you start drinking from the well. People are like actively talking about you guys now.
Roll for brain freeze.
Are they not actively committing suicide without a bar?
I think at this point, like, you guys have gone up to the armory. You've done some other stuff at this point. Oh, you know what?
Habs out of nowhere.
Should find.
How do you stay warm without alcohol?
Yes.
They fish.
How are they not actively committing suicide without a bar?
What's a brain?
Wow, that's a bleak outlook, man. Holy fuck.
Yeah, no shit.
Why do you think Wisconsin is the drunkest state?
Well, they're two alcoholics in the party.
We're in Wisconsin right now.
There are more alcoholics in Wisconsin. Wisconsin has more alcoholics per capita than people.
True.
Out of the top,
scientifically possible.
Out of the top 25 drunkest
counties,
Wisconsin has like 20 of them.
Listen,
think,
man,
Fargo has
animals
most-
are so bored in Wisconsin, even they're drinking. That's how it figures out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
What?
Fargo has most
I
bars
said the
and
animals are even
churches per
drinking in
capita.
Wisconsin. They're so bored. That's how it figures
Speaking of
out.
which, I'm gonna get a
Yep.
drink.
Wisconsinite over here.
Wisconsin's crazy, dude. They have a whole thing in Madison where you get to drink and the cops won't stop you, no matter what your
They
age
also
is.
have this whole thing about
Yeah,
cheese,
it's
right?
called Mifflin. You can look it up. The cops,
Mifflin?
literally, the whole point of it is the cops just look away.
Huh.
There's literally kids running around campus saying, I'm a freshman and I'm drunk. So you're like, okay, so you're 18. It's just like, they don't care. They don't arrest anybody. They don't do anything. As long as you stay like within a certain area,
Huh.
essentially.
That sounds a lot like that thing that you guys had down in Ames. What was that called? Visha?
It's not the same. Yeah, Visha, they definitely more strict than that, but yeah.
Oh,
It was-
they did not care.
was
Everyone
the,
was drunk.
Yeah.
I was in the dining hall in Madison, Wisconsin, because my girlfriend at the time went there, and I was like even like some of the staff was drunk. I was what the fuck? It was insane. I looked. Okay, this is Wisconsin. Okay, I understand.
I thought Wisconsin was a cheese place.
They
What
are
do you
an
think
alcohol
goes
place
better?
first.
Yeah, alcohol and cheese, man. It's like two. It's one and the same.
They're a cheese place
Wisconsin
because
beer
they're an
cheese
alcohol
in that
place.
Wisconsin beer cheese in that order.
Anyways,
Wisconsin beer, cheese, and beer cheese.
All right. By the way, any tourist group or tourist what's the term I'm looking for? Any tourist council from Wisconsin getting mad at us? You know how drunk your state is. Come on.
everyone knows. They all know. They're probably drunk listening to you. If
Is there like a town crier or anyone like especially talkative amongst the ones we see?
Well,
yeah,
I
it's
was going to
Knox.
say,
Look at him. He never stops crying.
Yes, there is someone that eventually does come up to you, and they're like, "It's okay. I decided that I was going to."
it's not normal for people to just look around town first.
I mean, I feel like
no.
I feel like it'd be pretty normal not to just like interrogate any people walking into your town.
Yeah. Well, they should have stopped me at the gate.
Yeah.
Where's my concierge? I've
Well,
been
it's-
pampered.
Yeah, you guys get the idea that they probably do not get a whole lot of visitors up this way.
I can't imagine why. Such beautiful scenery and weather.
They got to talk to a civil
He
engineer.
says,
This place is-
absolutely shivering.
Sounds like, hey, it is beautiful.
This place is warm and inviting.
And it smells like fish. My favorite creature.
Yes. Someone finally comes up to you and is like,
Here's the booze.
yes, strangers, can we help you? Welcome to our town,
Does this
I
guy
suppose.
have a friend named Dr. Benton Quest?
No. Number one, he was Indian. Number two, shut up.
That one went over
Also-
my head.
This is usually the
Yeah,
part where
that's not
El-Anon
effective.
asks you the questions that are important.
Hey, we just passing through.
Aaron
We're
really liked that one. He
we're
was
looking
really going
for
joke there.
looking for.
First of all, he was Indian.
Second of all, shut up.
Yes, Haji was Indian, not
We're
Inuit.
we're just looking for some lodging and
Sam says
food and
booze.
food and drink and that kind of thing. Imagine you don't get a lot of travelers coming through here, but
No,
Yeah,
not usually. listen. Yes. It was someone probably should have let us know that you were coming into the village. I'm going to have a talk with whoever was supposed to be on guard duty.
Was it Sokka?
You can call me Suluk.
Mayberry.
I'm
It's like a
sort of
Tara.
I'm sort of running things in the village at the moment.
Did you have a lady at the lake toss you a sword? Is that why you're in charge?
No.
Doesn't seem like a reasonable source of government, now does it?
No, my uncle has taken ill. I've just recently become.
Can't claim supreme executive power just because someone or taught.
I've only recently taken charge of the village after my
Listen.
uncle took ill. It's
I'm sorry to hear that.
sort of yes.
Your uncle needs any medical attention. It's something I can provide.
If your uncle needs me to put my hands on him, I can.
Really? Yes. That would be fantastic if you could. Are you a healer of some sort?
That is my main
sorry.
gig, sir. Yes.
Aewen's like staring at him.
He looks at your sword and your armor and is like, that's your main gig?
Yes, it is. This is just for it's like a survival, you know, just walking through some dangerous territory. You see, so not too many friendly creatures out there in the outside of town, you know.
He likes to practice his healing, so he makes wounds and then fixes them. Aewen says, barely holding back a smile.
Yeah, that was a weird thing to say. I don't know why you said that.
Because it was funny.
He goes, I'm
Complex
trying to get us some
that's
free lodging here. Try not to appear too threatening or walk around in armor and with a big ass sword.
You're failing miserably.
No.
You know, I'm standing right here and can hear all of the things that you're saying because
that's all
that's
part
how
of the fun.
I don't know if anyone has told you, but that is how sound works.
Yeah, but now
Anyway,
you're in on it, and it makes the joke even funnier.
I can offer my services. I've got magic, magical cures and that whatnot. You'll fix him right up.
I will have to ask if he's willing to see you. For right now, why don't we'll have you stay in the meeting house here. Yes, please
Knox is
come.
just standing there eating
in the
sandwich.
middle of a town.
Yeah.
Where did you get that sandwich?
She kind of puts you in here. There's plenty of room in there. Suluk makes a fire for you.
What was his name? Sulut?
Suluk.
I like Suluk. I've always enjoyed the term Inuit. I've also enjoyed a lot of Inuit names. They're very pretty.
I always had a hard time spelling it growing up. What is it?
Inuit.
Two ends or one end?
One end.
The one end? I
Yeah.
fucked that up.
Yes.
Yeah, two ends, they become British. They're Inuit.
So, yes, Suluk kind of wanders off.
Hi.
And disappears for a little bit. You guys are in there. Suluk got you guys some drinks and whatnot. wasn't able to provide any food, but you know, you have plenty of that if you would like to.
We've got the boys.
You do notice that there are people that are kind of, you know, peeking their eyes in sort of through the doors, and you, as you might imagine, place this large does not exactly have like large windows or anything, but there are sort of like very small, sort of like cross, you know, those like very small windows with like the iron crossed bands on them and everything. There's some of those.
Are there open rafters towards
there
the
are
roof?
open rafters in the top, yes.
Aewen wants to clamber up into those.
Yes, a bunch of adventurers in here, literally unable to sit still or enjoy a quiet moment, as any good adventurer would.
Well, she's in a new place and wants to feel comfortable, and always felt comfortable up in a tree.
But yeah, as you guys see, like, people looking in on you, like kind of peeking over some of the windows and in through like the doors and anything, do you say anything to these people? Do you do like...
She waves hello. Aewen does, at least.
Aewen just sort of like waves. All right, now I have to roll for some of
Bernie
these.
will give a nod, I guess.
I'll just put my hand up and then take a nap.
Ooh, Aewen pulls out. She doesn't get a chance to do this very often. Aewen
Yes,
pulls out her
okay.
harp and
Only
starts
one
to
of the
play.
people... So most of the people don't see it when you wave. One of them eventually does look into the rafters, sees you waving at them, and then immediately bolts the other direction.
Aewen doesn't get a chance to do this very often, but she pulls out her harp and begins to play a little tune. Just for the fun of it.
Make me a performance check.
I didn't know you played.
Yeah, it's something to pass the time.
Huh.
I'm
Oof.
okay.
So
Well,
yeah, it's passable.
It's cold,
I'd say
man.
Bernie,
It's cold.
Yeah, my
Bernie would-
fingers are numb.
Well,
Fingers
this
are
is, you know, they've actually got a warmer place to sit in for once. I think Bernie would probably pull out. He's got a little flute, little pipe that he carries around for playing around the campfire and
Give
stuff
me
at
a
night.
performance
so,
check.
Yeah.
Oh god, he's so much better than I am.
Yeah. So it turns.
It's
You
easier to
tried
play a
playing
flute
like
with numb fingers.
like an actual song, and then you're like, oh, but eventually you just kind of settle into doing sort of like rhythm section, like rhythm guitar type stuff, while Bernie takes over the melody. It's pretty good. You're kind of starting to gather a little bit of a crowd. You see some people kind of like pushing other people, like, yeah, go in there.
Mrohy, let's hear your singing voice.
Oh man.
Knox
You know
pulls out
that-
an electric guitar.
Actually, I
You
was
know
just
this
about
song,
to
Mrohy.
cite you, Alabaster.
Maury starts singing in a horrendously off key, and he's
Make a performance check.
I fuck. Oh man.
Is this where the nat 20 comes in?
I hope not.
He's the voice of an angel.
They happen to be playing the one song he knows.
Just an operatic soprano. Just oh
Shit.
god.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, Maury starts singing a
that's
drinking
enough.
song that
That's
he knows, like completely off key and not even close to the melody that they're playing.
Yeah, pretty
No, but
much.
that's actually perfect. Like that's actually great because she's trying to get people to see that like we're not some scary people. We're
You're
just dudes.
You're a brave soldier. I gotta say that.
You do hear some of the people from the village laughing a bit.
Wait, does that count as the fight for today because he battled his inhibitions?
No.
Damn. I tried, Mrohy.
What? Battling your inner demons doesn't count as fucking a battle? Jesus Christ, Shane,
No.
what the hell?
He really slaughtered that tune though, so like it
What do
counts
you have
as a
against
fight.
therapy, bro? Like, come on. What do you have against mental health, bro?
You really killed it out there, Mrohy.
It was
Thanks,
a real
bro.
struggle.
The song's just on the floor, dead.
This is what support
somehow.
looks like, GM. God. This is what support
Mrohy
looks
just
like.
struggle busting over here.
Yeah, struggling. I'm really going through it, man.
He's got a Scottish accent. You gotta give him a break.
Does he?
No, I'm
Mrohy
kidding.
doesn't have a Scottish
What?
accent.
I was gonna say, when did
You
that
would
fucking
know.
happen?
Well,
yeah,
he does
I know.
when he's singing, apparently.
Aewen calls out to the people at the door. Come on, give it a shot.
Give me. Okay, so yeah, if you're trying to convince them to come in, give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion check.
Not persuasion. Is it persuasion in this one?
Diplomacy.
Diplomacy. Fuck.
Yeah, diplomacy.
Diplomacy.
Damn, that'll do it.
Yes.
Why? Why my dice?
Sam had a much better diplomancy than you did.
My diplomacy's not
Sam,
bad.
how are you going to try and convince them to come in?
They just don't see me in the
Turn
rafters.
into a real cute kitty.
Sam turns into like the most adorable. I'm gonna say
when
like
Puss in
those
Boots does
snow
the big eye
lynxes
thing?
that you see,
Yeah.
and just starts like dancing around on her hind legs, and at that point, like you see like some kids come in and start like their parents are like no, and they start coming in and joining in a little bit.
I think
Why are
I was trying to
Bernie
see
would
if
kinda
Aewen would
try and
fall off the
motion them in
rafters,
as
but
he's
she
playing.
changes.
on the pipe as well.
He's keeping it quiet
More
for the
skill
performance.
check.
And then I think he'd say to Alabaster, "It's like, all right, look, you got yourself a little feline dancing partner over there."
So Knox is apparently snoring pretty loud.
No, that's quiet snore.
Oh, that's a quiet. Oh, low is quiet. Okay.
Low is quiet.
It's about a 3 on the decibel
And I'm not sleeping because of your music. I was asleep before that. So
I'm just.
unless it sounds really nice and it's soothing, then maybe I am.
It's kind of a playful melody.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna guess it's probably like a kind of upbeat tune, sort of a thing.
Yeah.
It's a tavern melody.
Doesn't matter what it is. Knox is probably just.
Yeah.
I need a rest, man, from this cold, man. Sucks.
So yes, you guys are really like kind of
making a real party out of it.
Yeah, you're kind of making a real party out of things. As people are kind of filing in and sort of enjoying the festivities, is there anything that you would like to like do or say or?
Aewen was just playing to pass the time, honestly.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, if we end our performance, I guess we can go ahead and start talking to him because I can't say much with a pipe in my mouth. Or flute, whatever it is. I don't know. Whatever the medieval pipe flute thing is.
The booze is at.
You big flautist.
You are quite the flautist. You would flout like that, you son of a bitch.
You'd flout like that in front of my salad.
Yeah. So, like, is there anything that you do or say, or are you just like enjoying things? Like they are still a little bit apprehensive. The kids are like fully in there, like dancing with the cat and everything. As the kids like come up to you, is there anything that Sam does?
Headbutts.
Oh yeah, does the little
Wham!
headbutt thing where she.
Why is Bernie intimidating
just
the
kidding.
child?
Just kidding.
Just kidding. You get it right. Ha 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 ha.
Running, screaming in terror.
Slams the kid against the wall. Just kidding.
That was a child, you monster.
Yeah, Aewen's just chilling in the rafter, plucking on her harp.
Okay, so yeah, people are just sort of like enjoying the music and everything. Nobody's really talking to you or anything, but they seem somewhat more comfortable with your presence at the moment. So as you are doing that whole thing, let me go ahead and make a new token here.
How big is an ice dragon again? 30 by 30? Okay.
Johnny. Hab's
Oh my
coming out of the
God.
cold. Poor robot.
Well,
Coming
Habs
over-
would have been by the fireplace the whole time.
He's-
too. We got
oh, he's just
back-
over
I was
by
gonna
the
say,
well
do you
at the
think
moment.
Habs would have done a performance at all?
I'm not sure. I think he would probably be like kind of lost in some sort of memory, basically
Hole.
recreating a
Memory
scene
hole.
of his family. So the issue being that like it's just the women in his family all have the same. They're basically all sounding like. Who was the last person to talk? Aaron or Thomas? I forget. Whoever that person was, that would be kind of like losing the sound. Like you can't quite remember the sounds of their voices.
Oh no!
Like they're all kind of starting to sound like probably Stem, since you've heard Stem's voice the most.
Oh god,
So
that's
a little bit of
horrifying.
a little bit of a sad scene, but like the children and the wife are they kind of all sound like Stem. But yeah.
That's
Not
really
sure how much
sad.
interaction he would be. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's a
they
bit of a
sound more like
contrast.
Sam. So she's sort of like overwritten the what do you call it, the name that they originally had.
Oh no, not the car. No, she hasn't replaced them, but it's just like the figure like sound a lot of times can be like a weaker part of a memory. So,
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying is like
Yeah.
they like yes. So like you still
It's
remember what they
kinda
look
like
like and
the-
everything, but like
yeah.
instead of their original voice, it's sort of, you know, Sam's voice might have taken it over a little bit. Like that's
Yeah.
what
yeah.
they sounded like. Right?
Well, no, I mean it would be like, you know how each person has their own type of voice, right? It's just like all of his illusions. There'd be 4 female illusions as part of the major image. They're all sounding like Sam, even though like they're of varying ages.
Yeah.
And they're not. None of them are gnomish. None of them are gnomes.
I
yeah.
thought you hung out with gnomes.
There wasn't just gnomes in Lowfolk land. His family.
Gnome-ish.
They're all. His wife is
Gnome
a half-elf,
adjacent.
Yes.
and his children are also half elves. But it was mostly gnomes that lived there. But yeah, kind of like a lot of cast out kind of types. Half elves can be kind of and half orcs as well. Not really having like a spot per se.
Hold up. Any hoozles. Yes. So yeah, you're basically doing TV for these guys. The kids absolutely love it. I think some of the adults are like kind of apprehensive, but also like fascinated by it as well.
Wait till they find out the orc eats children.
I was gonna say, do you want to give me a performance check as well? Give it to me with disadvantage since you're so taken aback with. So I was gonna say, do you think
Mostly
would this
from
be a
spell
performance
versus-
check or would this be a spellcraft check since you're doing illusions? Also, where are you?
You know, we could do like a.
I would
wish
say
we
in
was
this case it
everyone,
would probably be spellcraft, because like you said, he's doing it more for himself than anything.
You can make it like a You can make it a complex skill check, even technically ventriloquism might be relevant because they're coming from, well, the illusions.
Yeah, but it's major.
very-
But it's major image, right?
Yeah.
Which means it has sound. Which means you don't have to do any sort of.
I guess that's true. Yeah,
ventriloquism.
Well,
Jesus Christ, so many
I guess-
20s. Yeah, despite the internal crisis you're having, you were putting on one of the best shows of your life. You're like, I'm fucking nailing this. You're like Jordan with the flu.
Yeah, maybe the youngest child is just have youngest daughters just sort of like doing somersaults.
Yeah.
And maybe that's like more entertaining than you'd realize. Or sometimes little kids doing things is kind of fun to watch. But,
Yes. People are like,
maybe
oh my
something
god.
like that.
Yeah, and the adults seem to like the adorable child. So yeah, I think everybody that's in here is having a great time at the moment. Everybody is, people are enjoying the music, and kids are enjoying the entertainment and the cat.
I'm a cat.
Yes.
Yes, you are.
But yes, as you guys are doing that, you see these two burst in, and you hear the old man kind of go, What are you people doing? Have outsiders not caused enough trouble?
Ashetti's got pneumonia.
I was taking a nap.
You lot, get out of here, or I shall call the guards. And that's where we'll leave it for tonight.
All right.
So yes, old man McGucket is boy. He doesn't seem to like you guys. I guess we'll see what that's about next time.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.
See you guys.
It's old man Jenkins. Let's get out of here.